Om Anjana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Sakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So last week we covered only the half of the 7th chapter. So 7th chapter is the one which is really dealing with the material existence, our birth, death, and then the nature, how, because it started with a story where the merchant couple were actually deceived by their own children. So, and then finally they really ended up in living only in Navadvipam, and they had to really, build a hut, and their life completely entirely changed. And then they really had the association with Yadavadasa, and because he was actually giving daily lectures about Caitanya Bhagavata, so they got hooked into that. See, that's a sadhu sangha. That sadhu sangha led to more sadhu sangha, and that's what we really read today. And mostly it was all about Grhastha life and the renounced life. Grhastha life is the life where in the household one gets married, but the marriage and the reason for getting into the married life is not to really beget children and amass wealth, because because getting a human birth is really very very difficult. It's a durlabha. Manusha janma is durlabha, and so as a grahastha there are chances that one can actually achieve the highest goal. Okay, so that way one has to really get married, right? If at all going with the grahastha life, thinking that the wife will be actually a patni who is a servant of Krishna. Okay, so this is the one. The children are also all Krishna dasas. Okay, so the whole family should be Krishna centered. They should have a deity, and then their daily duty is to really around what? Taking care of the deity, and then always chanting and singing, and then taking care of the guests who also you will introduce to the to Krishna, and so on. This is how you should really live the Grhastha life. Anyway, so last week we could not really read that much, but I am just summarizing. So, but if you see the human beings, okay, this is something that we really covered at the last. I am just hitting at that one. So jivas are having all forms, right? Then out of that durlabha, very rare is human, right? Then of them, dharmis are even rare. Dharmis the ones who are really lowest of those who really are near to Krishna, because they concentrate only on social work and dharma, helping others, building hospitals, helping here, and those are the dharmis, right? Then mumukshus are actually more attached to the Lord. Of course, they are they really want to really have moksha, right? So then out of those who really desire moksha, they really take the worships, and then here we mean only Vishnu or all the Vishnu tattvas, okay, Krishna, Vishnu, Narayana, and so on. Then out of them, then some become mukta. They really get mukti, very very rare. And then out of that, even they really get mukta, they get mukti, very rarely they are actually a real Narayana Bhakta. See, real Narayana Bhakta is very intense. They will be there in the Vaikunda, very closely, serving the Lord. Because there are distances. Direct service, indirect service, living in the planets, and then, like there are actually 5 kinds of muktis are there. So depending on one's elevation of the mukti, they will be positioned accordingly in the Vaikunda. Okay, so a real Narayana Bhakta whose intents in really serving Narayana is very rare. But of that, even of the Narayana Bhakta, a Krishna Bhakta is very rare, durlabha. Okay, so this Krishna Bhakta is actually what we say is a pure Bhakta. Okay, now getting back to again, right, today's topic, Grhastha, living married life or renunciate. Grhastha life is where one get married, right? A patni, he gets a wife, and he has to consider that as a dasi, servant of Krishna, and children are servants to Krishna, and the home is centered in deity worship. The whole family chanting Harinam, and the material objects are only to serve Krishna. Okay, this is very important. Grhastha can have so many things, not a problem at all. But anything that you do, okay, anything that you can buy so many things, no problem at all. But are they all completely used only for Krishna Seva? No problem. Okay, this is the special thing here. Whereas renunciate, high order, life, those cannot really act like this. Okay, so sannyasa is the highest. Then you have brahmacharya. We are actually going to really see that anyway. So these renunciates who are really out of grahastha. Okay, either they are actually vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is not sannyasa. It is actually before sannyasa. So sannyasa is the highest. Okay, they are the ones. Vanaprastha and the sannyasa. They are the one who really fit to instruct the world. Others cannot. Others can really say things here and there, but they are not really authorized to really teach the world. Okay, so this is how the thing is there. But now you may one may ask, okay, is it really one has to be really renunciate or something? Actually, not necessarily. Renunciation is only in the mind. Okay, so dress is different. Okay, so when we say renunciate, manaprastha or sannyasa, you may or may not have a dress. That is depending on your situation. What your guru has really instructed you to really do that. Okay, so if you really see that, lot of grahasthas of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, they are all actually they are actually grahasthas. See, look at Lord Nityananda Prabhu. He had 2 wives. Advaita Acharya, right? Sita is actually wife, Patni. Srivasadi, Durva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Pandava, they are all married, they are all householders. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, look at, who really wrote this Jeva Dharma, very Jeva Dharma, what we are reading. They are all grahasthas. But later, when they really, their work is done, after 50 years, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, took the renouncement. Then he took the sannyas. And then came to Radhakunda, and then there is a Chokada Kunja or something there, very nearby. I have seen the place where he has been there, and then spending rest of his life after 50 years. After 50 years, you have to retire to spiritual path. No, after retirement, also if you are actually trying to work, you are actually fooling yourself. Because then what? One by one, everything will fall down. You cannot hear, you cannot see, you cannot even, you cannot walk properly, you can sleep, you cannot sleep properly. So many things will come after 50. It will come after 50. When you get retirement, the only thing to do that is straight away throw everything out. I don't want to continue. Some people, suppose he was an accountant or something, he was very famous, and then after that, what happened? Retirement, he really takes it. All right, what will I do? I am getting so bored. I have to do something. Okay, so this is what happened. They are completely ruining themselves. They are killing their soul. Retirement means throw everything out. You already have everything that really got. You have already earned. Okay? And then you really live with whatever the saving or retirement money or whatever you get. Don't give it to anyone. If you give your money, retirement, your work money to anyone, okay, for them it is free money. They do not know the quality of the money, and because of that, there will be only quarrels will come. Always remember, you have to stand yourself, okay, and educate your children, everything, and then comfortable, and that's it. Then you retire back. No, again, don't keep on touching with their own. It's not good thing. Okay, that's exactly Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a solid example. He was a judge, very powerful judge. In fact, the government had arranged a special train from his home to his office. Special train. It really comes in the morning. Just a special train for him. Then he comes there. Just first class, beautiful, and one compartment or something, but it's a special train. Okay. Then see, look at here. He was a Grahastha. We should be follower of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Not only just reading Jaiva Dharma, follow him also. Okay, so now, okay, here comes there. Okay, so whether an external dress is necessary or not is, as I mentioned, that is up to your guru. But it's not necessary. Okay, but the problem is for the outside world. If you are actually, we are coming with a tie and shoes, they will think that, oh, yeah, you have a job or something. So you have to really show that in your dress also. Okay. Now, bhaktas are 2 kinds. Okay. We just probably didn't cover last time or something, probably last week. Are missed because of the reading, Misha from the Sastra, from the book and then the track. Bhaktas are 2 categories by their attraction. It's a naturally occurring. One is Aishwarya, that means Vaidhi Bhakta Rasa. Second one is by Madhurya, Vishuddha Bhakti Rasa. These are the 2 kinds of, 2 categories. Aishwarya or Vaiti Bhakta Rasa, they will worship Narayana Vishnu. They don't incline, inclination will not come for Krishna. The Dasya is the most predominant. They say Dasya, I am the servant of my Lord. That is their supreme position. That's it. That's the most predominant. Desires for wealth, they will be working hard and hard and hard to accumulate wealth and going to the temple, Balaji, this and everything. Okay, give me more wealth, give me more job. I don't have a job. I want this, I want that, I want that. That is what? Big house and big mansion. And they want the protection. Okay, this is the quality. Okay, and they desire moksha, which is completely away from Gaudiya line. Gaudiya line is Madhurya, Vishuddha Bhakta Rasa. We worship only Radha Krishna, one, only Radha Krishna. No one else. Okay, so this is Ananya Bhakti. Okay, then Madhurya is the most predominant. You are actually Dasi or Dasa of Krishna. In fact, Jiva has no male, that's not the thing. In Goloka, only Krishna is the male. Remember, Lord Shiva also tried to really enter the Goloka. He could not. He was blocked out. Even he could really disguise as a gopi, even then he was blocked because he did not have the qualification. So he was really put as a protector of Vaikuntha. He said, okay, Krishna gave a post. All right, you cannot come in. Even Lakshmi Devi is not able to come in. She is still in the Belvana. If you go to Vrindavan, there is a place in Belvana, outskirt of Vrindavan. There she is praying. There in the tabas. I want to see, just to see, not even participate. I want to see the rasa dance. Krishna said, no, you cannot. Because you are in the Vaiti Bhakta Rasa. How can you really come Aishwarya with this mode, that can, see, look at it, there's a big difference here. You have to understand. Okay? And there, in the Vaiti Bhakta Rasa, your desire is for taking care of yourself. Wealth, protection, moksha for yourself. In the Madhurya, that is Visuddha Bhakta Rasa, what happens? Madhurya is what? Desires only to please Krishna. At the time of killing yourself. I don't want to, I don't mind even going to the hell. If that, the eternal hell even. If that will make Krishna happy. Remember in the Gopi Chandan drama we did? That is perfectly a Madhurya Rasa. That is Visuddha Bhakti Rasa. Okay? So this is very important. And also, sometime I really covered that. Look at here what is happening. Okay? Look at here. Saranagati is the one which really takes Vaikuntha. We actually covered that. And Krishna Prema on the other side is the one which really takes you to Goloka. Okay? So that we have seen. Look at what Lakshmi is doing here. She is massaging the feet of Vishnu or Narayana. Right? What is happening there in Goloka? Tell me. Who is massaging whose feet? It's opposite. This is because people don't understand this. People simply don't understand. They think that Krishna is some avatar or something. He to fool the people, he also comes through Vishnu. Okay, that is a great thing. Remember, he has entered into every atom as Vishnu. And he comes through Vishnu into the Brahmanda to really enact the thing and then goes back. Just because he is coming through Vishnu, where all the other avatars also, Rama, Parashurama, these and all the avatars also come, they say, oh, he's another avatar. He's a Purna avatar because he has all great and great. No, he is the Swayam Bhagavan. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vikraga Anadiraji Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the Adi Moolam. See the difference now? This is what I am talking about. One is Aishwarya. That's the left side here, what you see. And the other one is the Madhurya. In Madhurya, Krishna serves the... Look at it, it's the other way. It's a big difference. Anyway, I don't want to get into Harikatha, but let me get back to our topic. Okay, so we were starting to read from here. Bhaktas in 4 ashramas. Grhastha, that is householder life living, is the lowest. Okay? But the advantage is one can never fall from because they are already fallen. So kind of the lowest anyway. So that's what you really read there. You cannot really fall down again. You are a Grhastha only you will be in Grhastha. Okay? But those who really want not to be Grahastha, no married life, they are already having the interest because of the past previous lives, the Sukruti. Because of that, they decide to take Brahmachari. Okay, so only either one of them you can take. You cannot be, I will start with the Grahastha, then become Brahmachari. Not like that. No. And Brahmachari has an option to really become a Grahastha. That's not a problem. But Brahmachari is higher than Grahastha. A Grahastha will actually give respect to a Brahmachari who has taken oath not to get married. Okay? Then a Grahastha can become a Vanaprastha. And Brahmachari actually, because he is already like a Vanaprastha. So he doesn't have, because Vanaprastha comes from Grahastha only. Then Brahmachari becomes Sanyasa. And Vanaprastha, his last step is actually become a Sanyasa. Now, all right, these are all the 4 different ashrams. And what are the different, what are the chances of getting Krishna? Okay, right? That is the thing there. Grahastha has probably around 20% chance of getting Krishna. If they are really devoted and if they get some good sadhu sangha. There's a possibility only 20%. But this is overall, this is average. And Brahmachari has 40%. They have chance of really, getting Krishna higher. Because they are renounced. Because Brahmachari and above are renounced order actually. Then Vanaprastha, if you see that, they have 60% chance of getting Krishna. They are actually more closer. And Vanaprastha and Sanyasa can really preach. Others cannot preach. Even though they really preach, but it's not preaching. Topmost is 80%, that is 80% chance of getting Krishna. But now the problem is here. You are really going ladder by, one ladder and ladder, right? Let us say lowest, first step is Grahastha, right? And then you have Brahmachari somewhere anyway, and then the other one. So they're all different, the levels in the ladder. If you fall down, depending on where you fall down from, is going to really hurt you more. That's why from Grahastha, falling down is not a big deal. You can get up quickly back again. This is normally happen. Every devotee, he really has ups and downs. As the Grahastha life. That's the thing, because he has to mingle with all the relatives and all the money, this work, job. So there is a chance of falling down is higher. Okay, but the thing is they can immediately get up again. Brahmachari cannot. There are a lot of strict rules and regulation. They cannot even look at a woman. Okay, so this higher. If they fall down if they really take the Grahastha, it is not a big deal because they are actually falling down only one step. But when a Grahastha, going to Vanaprastha, coming back to again Grahastha is not good. You shame. Okay? Vanaprastha doesn't mean that you have to go to Vana. There is no Vana nowadays. Everything is all deforestation. So you can, live in your home. That's it. And then you really detach from all the worldly things. Concentrate only on Krishna. You are a Vanaprastha. Okay? This is what our Gurudev told. Now Vanaprastha to Sanyasa. When you take Sanyasa, rules are different. No. You cannot live in a home. You cannot even make a temple. Okay, we'll actually come to that. So that's the topmost. That topmost is sannyas. Okay. So we were actually mostly reading about that sannyasa, not Vanaprastha. Now Vishayas they are the ones which are attracted to the world. So by default, a jiva when it is born, it has so many, by the instinctness like animals. Okay. So Vishayas are naturally inclined to the pleasure of meat eating, intoxication and man-woman relation. But one must give all this up to attain greater benefit. Otherwise they are animals. Na mamsha pakshane dosho na matye nacha maithune pravritti tesha bhutanam nivrittishu tu Mahapala. Okay, so this is actually from Sanskrit, I don't read it. So, na mamsha bhakshane dosho, na matye nacha maithune, pravritti vittiresha bhutanam, nivrittishtu mahapala. Okay, so one has to come out of this meat eating, intoxication, and man-woman relation. This is exactly why we have the four angas of Bhakti. See, we do that every week in our Sangha. This is what we really put that. 4 pillars of Krishna consciousness is And the children will say, no meat eating. And the children will say, no intoxication. And the children, everybody will say that no gambling. And they will say, no unmarital close relationship. I didn't talk about the gambling. Gambling is the one who really corrupts your mind. Okay, so that is the... Okay, these were the four things as the pillars of the Krishna consciousness based on, that. And now also those four things, wherever they are the place where the Kali resides. Kali is actually what? Is the most cruel demon. In the form of these four things, he is residing in all the places, gambling places, and where they are slaughtering places, and then also the nightclubs and all those things, and all these places are the places for Kali, because it's that's a place of sinful. There are four sinful things. Okay. Now, talking about the Grhastha, okay, who is getting ready to Sanyasa now? Sanyasa means here include via the Vanaprastha. There are two things, two attitudes, two kinds, two things that can happen. Bahir-mukha Grhastha, Antar-mukha Grhastha. Okay, there are two kinds. So Bahir-mukha, those are the one who will be serving the body, mind, and they are attached to the family relations and enjoying the world. Okay, this is Bahir-mukha Grhastha. Most of the Grhasthas are them. Okay, most of them, even Grhastha means, only very, very little they are Antar-mukha. Antar-mukha means, okay, that's what the sloka says that, in Srimad Bhagavatam, they say, Mai ananyena bhavena bhaktim kurvandi ye drudam matkrite tyekta karmanas tyekta swajana bandhava. Such a sadhu, because he already, one who has become Antar-mukha. Antar-mukha means what? Looking towards the soul, not the world, looking towards the soul. Such a sadhu engages in staunch devotional service to the Lord without deviation. For the sake of the Lord, he renounces all other connections, such as even family relationships and friendly acquaintances within the world. Okay, so those are called Antar-mukha. Okay, so now if you see that, how will you differentiate? I will tell a story between Bahir-mukha and then the Antar-mukha. So there was a devotee who was actually, more like, he was actually Bahir-mukha. Who is a Bahir-mukha. So he wanted to amass lot of money, and he worshipped, because he started with that Krishna, and Krishna, he bought a small nice idol, and he was giving all the udbati, agarbatis, and every day thinking that his business will grow and grow and grow. But the problem was his business was really getting miserable and miserable. Then somebody told, why are you worshiping Krishna? Krishna is not going to give all these things and all. Go with somebody else. Okay, they said, okay, oh, yeah, Durga Devi is very good. I tried, and then I am seeing some result. Why don't you really do that? All right, he really went immediately, got a Durga, small idol, put it in the puja room, and then started offering the agarbatti. But unfortunately, he got only one agarbatti stand where he really put all the agarbattis, and then then he was setting it off. And he was waiting for a few days, doing the puja, Kalima and all the Krishna. But the thing was, his business was going still crazy, really crazy, and he was wondering why it's not working. Then he was looking at the thing. Maybe should I really take Krishna out or something? Maybe he's, how can that be? Then he thought something. All of us, he saw all the agarbatti, remember all the smoke? They were all going towards Krishna only. Oh, he thought, this is the problem. Krishna is inhaling all the agarbatti. My Durga Devi is not getting agarbatti at all. So then that is why she is not able to really bless me. So what he did? He took some cotton ball and then put those things in the nose of the Krishna with this thing. Because the thing is, because of wind, wherever you put the agarbatti, it was always going in that direction only. So he really closed the nostril of the Krishna deity. Then he tried. Okay, all right, maybe now I think, Durga Devi will be able to look at here. Look at the attitude. This is Bahir-mukha. Their devotion, even though he is a nice Grhastha, he is devotional, he is a Bhakta, but look at how, where his orientation is. This is the thing. You understand? But then if you look at the other side, Antar-mukha, see for example, Kuleshekara Alvar. Look at here, he was actually born as a king. So many, he was king, amazing king, very powerful, Chera king. But one day, he just happened to see the Lord. Okay, Ram, he really got the darshan of Lord Ram. Not Spurti form. This is the real darshan. What will happen when I get to the real darshan? Either they will leave or they will leave whatever that they are actually doing right now. He left the kingdom completely at the hands of his ministers and walked all the way by leg to Sri Rangam. Renounced everything. Because he got the direct vision. And he wrote Mukundamala Stotra. Naham. See, look at here. See, oh Lord, I don't want anything. Only thing I want is make me to serve you. Remember, they're all basically still Dasya Bhava. But look at here, greatness. So he was living Sri Rangam temple as a devotee, and he composed so many wonderful poems. Mukundamala Stotra is very famous one, which actually even Gaudiya lines, we really take that and then recite it. It's really so wonderful. Now I am going to put a question. We read that a sannyasi should never build a temple or make monasteries. Monastery means what? Maybe the complex of so many temples. And his only way he has to live is only by begging. And he has to live in a hut maximum, otherwise under the tree. That's how all our acharyas lived. And never deal with money. Never. In fact, sannyasis should never touch money. Of course, they don't have any interest, but they should not even touch money. Chota Haridas, you really read that there. Chota Haridas, once when he really went to really beg alms outside, it was a very insignificant mistake. And he got the rice because as a renunciate, as a sannyasi, he is not supposed to look at the eyes of any woman. But she was really giving with so much of affection. He looked at her eyes once, that's it. Then he came, nothing. He came back and then he cooked the rice and then offered to Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And Caitanya Mahaprabhu, by looking at the offering itself, he immediately said, where did you go? Where did you go, oh Chota Haridas? Oh, I went here. What did you do there? I said, I just got alms. No. You did something which a sannyasi is not supposed to do. What did you do? I looked at her eyes. Finished. You can give any punishment, I will take it. You have to kill yourself. This is my punishment. Chota Haridas, how he because of just one small mistake. Insignificant. That's why we really read in the Jaiva Dharma also. You all read. He had to kill himself by entering into the Ganges, and he passed. Look at how strict is the sannyasa life. Never deal with money. Only chant Harinama all that time, even when he is sleeping. Otherwise, there was a name came. It's called Vantashi. If anyone falls down from here, suppose they really build a temple. A sannyasi is not supposed to build a temple. And he is supposed to only beg. He can't even cook by himself because that will take time. Because then you cannot chant Harinam with 24 hours a time. 24 hours a day. Look at here. And how will he cook? You need money. You are not supposed to deal with money. But if you violate any of these, in fact there are more rules, I put only few. It is called Vantashi. Those who eat their own vomit. Because what is vomit? You already vomited out. You are Grhastha, you just vomited out. I don't want, and then you really went up. But now you are coming back and eating the vomit. That's why it's called Vantashi. Now I am putting a question. Think about it. Caitanya, if you apply the same rule to our Prabhupada or our Gurudev or several of the sannyasis, See, for example, even Srila Prabhupada said, I want a temple like this. And that's what the temple you are actually seeing. This was actually his imagination. Then why did they do it? I want to keep this as a surprise for today. Think about it. I don't think that you will be able to, maybe you may be able to get the answer. And next day, the next week, I want to just deal with this one. And then we'll enter into the chapter 8. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.